Now we're going to bring on Teresa Ronquillo with Metafora, and we're going to talk a little bit about TIA. What's going on, Teresa? How are you this morning?
Hello, I'm well. So glad to be here. Longtime fan, first-time caller.
Sweet. Hey, let's talk about it.
So excited about TIA this week.
Yeah, you guys got, what is it? Booth 200A is the booth to go to. What can they find there?
Booth 200A will have 9 people from Metafora in and out throughout the booth. So you might catch a celebrity sighting if you catch Peter or Ryan or JT at the booth. We have a whole bunch of other people who are going to be talking about all things capacity strategy, brokerage, 3PL, risk management, all of the topics. So you can chat with, I'll list out all our experts. So Shanna Greathouse, who's our Director of Partnerships, chat with her about partnership opportunities. Adam Perlmutter, who was on FreightWaves Now just a couple weeks ago, talking about capacity strategy. He'll be at the booth. He will also be at Ryan's Learning Lab about capacity strategy. So you'll have both of the experts to chat with after that session. We have Nick Oliver, who's our senior consultant attending, Rush Feldhacker, who's new to Metafora, but not new to the industry. He's our newest subject matter expert. So he'll also be there. Robert Bain, aka the strongest man in logistics. He will also be there talking all things brokerage. And then I will also be there to help give away all the awesome swag we'll be sharing.
Awesome stuff.
So
let's talk. Hey, what kind of swag you guys got? Am I going to get one of these shirts, these cool shirts you got on, or what?
So this shirt is currently members only, but maybe for the future we'll do a reprinting. But we'll be giving out the standard, like a really great tumbler. That it's funny because I've been in marketing almost my whole life, and I've never cared about a tumbler until this Metafora tumbler. Some other goodies like pens, notepads, you name it. We'll have a few of our new pullovers. So those are super limited edition, and got to be the first to snag one of those. But I think most excitingly is we will have a sweepstakes that anyone can enter.
Nice.
And the sweepstakes is you can win $10,000, that's right, $10,000 toward a future Metafora engagement worth $50,000 or more. So of course there's all the fine print, but the big splashy exciting thing is if you've been considering doing work with Metafora, you're ready to see how far your business can go, and $10,000 could help you take that first step, we are raffling it away. So come by. You can enter we have a website set up. You can enter via an online form because it's 2022. You can also enter by mail because legally you got to let people enter by mail, and then we'll have a fishbowl. You can drop your card in, and then we'll do a raffle about a week after we'll announce a winner about a week after TIA.
Excellent, excellent stuff. You got a lot of, you have a whole lot of sessions that are going on and labs that are going on here. Can we preview a couple of these? What's Peter got going on?
Yes, so Peter will be on a panel that is moderated by Mike Riccio. It's called Growing a Brokerage Feels Tricky. That's Thursday, April 7th at 11 a.m. And he was able to give a little bit of a preview, I think just on Friday, but basically they'll be chatting about the different obstacles that are common when you're trying to grow your brokerage and different solutions at all the different hurdles in that life cycle.
There's a lot of them. Trust me, I've done it. I've done it. Yeah, and you got some other ones. You got some learning labs that are going on there, kind of with Adam. That capacity strategy is rapidly evolving. What are some of the other ones that are going on?
Yes. So we also another learning lab that we'll be hosting is called Evolving Trends in Logistics and Trucking, Decision Making and Hyperdynamic Pricing. So JT Ingstrom from our team will be presenting that with special guest Dawn from greenscreens.ai. And they go through they start with like the evolution of tech and data and freight. So starting with the early days back when maps were maps had the strings, and you had to call in from a payphone. And then we had the first TMS, and then you get to large amounts of data, and what can we do with that? And then not only what can we do with that, but like what humans can do with that versus what we can now do with tech, which brings us to tools like hyperdynamic pricing and AI that can help with decision making. And basically, they walk through what I think the most important thing is it's great to know the history and how far we've come, but anytime I ever attend a session or I'm listening to a webinar, I always want to know, like, what's the first actionable step I could take if I'm interested? What's that first next step? Even if it's a baby step, like I listen to these kinds of things and I'm like, okay, sign me up. I want to get started, but they're really good about giving that guidance on wherever you are in your process, here's what you can do, actionable step to take, like to get to that next level.
Yeah, I think that's a key, right? I mean,
it's an excellent point, isn't it, Tony?
Yeah, I mean, you got to know where to start or what's next. Like
you're looking at these learning things here, and you walk into you're at TIA and you're looking at these sessions, you think, okay, well, I don't know anything about Metafora, and I'm really not tech savvy, but this is where you go to learn how to get there, right, and take those first baby steps, because that's what you got to do. Yeah, right. So that's excellent stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you think about how it's easy to get almost stuck, right? I mean, you're growing, and then you just hit almost like a wall or a mental block. And this helps.
Or just like a plateau. It's so common. You hit a plateau, and maybe you're comfortable, and you're feeling like, okay, I'm comfortable, but I feel like I could be still growing or still elevating, and then that's where Metafora comes in.
Oh yeah. I remember the days of missing pickups because someone didn't put the Magnedex card in the right slot under the right driver's name. I mean, that's dating myself a little. It was right after we invented the pen, which was difficult too, because with the eraser you could change it if you wrote down 2 pals instead of 1, which is also an actual problem that would happen. So
wow, the technology of the pen and how that made things more difficult.
Absolutely. So how's the show going? How's everything going there?
Things are good. We have some people are, I think, heading out to San Diego as early as today. A lot of people arriving tomorrow. So I'll be in San Diego by the end of the day. Excited to meet Kaylee Nix. I'm excited to meet her. And so many people that I've been working with virtually for the past year and a half now. And to finally meet people in person, that kind of thing is probably what I'm most excited about.
Excellent. Well, Teresa, have a great trip out there and a great show. Tell Peter, Ryan, and JT I said hello, know them all very well. And hey, I know Bain is the strongest man in logistics. I've seen the certificates.
It's real. Yeah,
it is real. Thank you so much. Everybody out at TA, check them out. Check out Metafora at booth 200A is what it is.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
Right on. Thank you so much, Teresa.